Your Excellency, Deputy Prime Minister, honorable members of Parliament, diplomatic corps, esteemed guests, allow me to stand on the protocol that has already been established. Comrades, friends, brothers, and sisters from every corner of the world, it is with great pride, honor, and a deep sense of historical responsibility that I welcome you to the land of the brave, Namibia. A land whose soil is steeped in the blood of those who fought and died resisting imperial domination. A land that once bore the shackles of German and South African apartheid rule, and now proudly hosts the General Assembly of the World Federation of Democratic Youth, a beacon of revolutionary hope, internationalism, and anti-imperialist struggle. Welcome to Namibia, comrades. Welcome home. Namibia's story is not an isolated one. It is the story of Africa, of Asia, of Latin America. It is the story of all oppressed peoples who have faced the brutal hand of empire. Our nation was the first colony of Imperial Germany in 1884. In that dark era, it witnessed one of the 20th century's first genocides, the systemic extermination of our people between 1904 and 1908. Tens of thousands were slaughtered in concentration camps and in the deserts in silence. Germany may have left, but the empire's chains have remained. From 1915, we endured another colonial bout of apartheid South Africa, which treated Namibia not as a nation, but as a possession. The apartheid regime imposed the ruthless policies on our land, relegating our people to dispossession, poverty, and racial subjugation. But we resisted. From the trenches of exile to the guerrilla battlefields, our liberation movement, SWAPO, led by our youth movements, men, women, and workers, waged a long and bitter struggle. And in 1990, over a century of occupation, Namibia emerged free, independent, and with its flag raised and its people sovereign. We do not forget where we come from. And so we say clearly, our struggle was not only national, it was international. It was Cuba's soldiers, the Soviet Union's support, and the solidarity of African states, and the cries of the youth across the world that made Namibian independence possible. Your hands helped break our chains. Comrades, in this global battle against imperialism and oppression, the World Federation of Democratic Youth has been a trusted Khita, a moral compass and a relentless force for justice. Born in the embers of World War II in 1945, WFDY forged not in comfort but in defiance, a direct answer to fascism, war, and exploitation of the youth. It brought together over 600 delegates from 63 nations, youth from all colors, faiths, and nations to make one pledge that we, the youth, never again be pawns in imperialist wars or victims of exploitation. That pledge echoes to today louder than ever. From its founding to today, WFDY has remained committed to international solidarity, to fight for peace, to the struggle against colonialism, apartheid, and neoliberal exploitation. Even when the Cold War casted its shadows, even when the ranks were maligned, WFDY held fast, hosting the World Festival of Youth and students across socialist and progressive states, carrying the torch of freedom across the oceans and borders. And today, as we gather in Namibia, once a victim of colonial cruelty, now a host of revolutionary youth, we affirm that WFDY's mission is not in the past, it is in the present. It's in Gaza, it is in Haiti, it is in the Congo. It is wherever oppression raises its ugly head. Let us not mince words. Imperialism has simply changed its costume. It no longer comes with flags and bayonets. It sometimes comes wearing suits, carrying trade deals, and promising development. Behind these new facades are the same extractive systems, the same hunger for profit, and the same disregard for our people's dignity and sovereignty. Today, transnational corporations plunder our minerals while our youth remain unemployed. Foreign military bases dot our continent under the guise of security, while guns continue to silence the dreams of our young people. Debt traps enslave our nations while billions are funneled into wars and speculation. We must say it clearly. This is economic colonialism. This is neo-colonialism. This is imperialism, and we will not accept it. Namibia says no. Africa says no. The youth of the world says enough. But we are not here to mourn. We are here to organize. Solidarity is not charity. It is a mutual struggle. It is an understanding that when students in Chile rise up for education, they rise up for us. When the youth in Burkina Faso protest for dignity, they protest for us. When Palestinian children resist with stones in hand, they resist for all of us. We, the youth, must not be divided by borders drawn by colonizers and ideologies imposed by empires. We must unite under the banner of justice, equality, peace, and socialism. We must call for the liberation of all oppressed people from Western Sahara to Palestine, the defense of Zimbabwe, Cuba, and Venezuela against imperialist sanctions, the democratization of global institutions from United Nations to the IMF, and above all, the empowerment of the youth through education, for us. Jobs, when Palestinian children resist with stones to analyze, we must act. The future is not inherited, it is built, and we, the youth, are the builders. Let no one tell us we are too young. Let no one silence our voices. We are not the leaders of tomorrow, we are the leaders of today. Let this General Assembly be a rallying cry, a strategic gathering, a flame that lights thousands more. Let us return to our countries, not as spectators, but as organizers, as educators, and as revolutionaries. In closing, I borrow the words of a great African revolutionary, Thomas Sankara, open quote, "You cannot carry out a fundamental change without a certain amount of madness," end of quote. Let us be mad enough to believe that another world is possible and organized enough to make it real. Long live the spirit of anti-imperialist youth, long live. Long live international solidarity. Long live the World Federation of Democratic Youth, long live. Long live a free, united, and just Africa. Forward ever, backward never. I thank you.